On to my Gemini. So you have the Queen of Swords, Two of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Seven of Swords, Queen of Wands, the Knight of Cups. Oh, sorry, Knight of Pentacles. There's just so much gold on these cards. The Empress, the High Priestess, and the Hierophant. It's wow. Sometimes I don't even know the difference between if it's a cup or if it's a pentacle, but I still love it though. I'm not gonna stop using it. All right, so for you Geminis, the Knight of Swords, the Two of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. Some of you Geminis a lot of you Geminis are doubting that you're gonna find somebody. The Queen of Swords, the Two of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, okay? The whole top row, the Five of Cups, these three cards, let's start off with these three. These three cards are about how a lot of you Geminis are just kind of ready for the nonsense that people are going to bring to you as a result of you talking to them. Because a lot of you are just looking at it like other people are just this storm of nonsense. And the Two of Cups and the Six of Pentacles is that, but what you want is someone to reciprocate, right? Feelings, as well as reciprocate without tripping out financially, right? Like, and you're right. That's what ideally a healthy relationship actually is. You know, it's people who are giving part of it, I should say. It's people who are giving to each other without tripping out and catching problems or getting problems with having to give, you know, because both of them are receiving. If the person is giving to you and you're giving to the other person, both of you are receiving. But a lot of times, not all, but a lot of times, certainly not all, but a lot of times one side gets it messed up and one side starts thinking that all it is that they can do is just receive, and that they can't give anything. And what it really boils down to is they don't want to give anything. Because no matter what capacity they are to give, they don't ever give anything. They don't tell these people internally what they want, talk about themselves, talk about their dreams, talk about their fears. They don't talk about anything. Right? So they want to be considered bosses. This is where the whole boss mentality comes from. They want to be considered bosses or fearless, right? While at the same time, their actions are very much so fearful. Because if they were so brave and stunning, quote unquote, the way that some people, and this goes for either side. Because you got people who are cowardly, who has my anatomy. So this goes for either side. I'm not out here trying to knock one side. This goes for either side. But you have people out here who front like they're bosses, but in actuality, what's really going on with them is they're very much so making very fear-based decisions based off of they want to save face, while at the same time protect themselves, and they don't want to take risks and none of that. And then you have the Five of Cups and the Seven of Swords. And the Five of Cups and the Seven of Swords now represents, as a result, and people only really start to feel the pinch only until after you Gemini stop being with them. So they understand that they missed out on an opportunity to actually be with you only after you done messing with them. But it's too late at that point. They should have had more common sense. It's too late. So now it's like, now they figured it out. They figured it out way too late. Oh, I should have really been with that Gemini and just stopped playing around, yo. But what was I thinking? I'm gonna tell you what they was thinking. Again, they was thinking the nonsense, right? That's what it is that they was thinking. So now, due to these people's nonsense, a lot of you Geminis are like, yo, is anybody real? Because of the difficulty and the sheer numbers of how many fake people are making their way to you, a lot of you Geminis are like, is anybody real? you know? And to answer your question, Gemini, short answer is yes, there are. There's still most definitely some real people left. It's just that those people are rare, right? Not so rare to the point where you just can't find them no matter where it is that you go, but they're rare enough to the point where it seems that way because the market, so to speak, is flooded with people who are dysfunctional and out here playing games and out here who like to stunt like they something that they're not, just all types of goofy stuff. So you do have to take it into consideration that since this is the case, yes, people are real out here, but this is where your patience needs to come into play, because the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Empress is about, again, you Geminis right now cutting loose anybody and everyone. That includes family too. That includes friends that is not going to evolve with you. So right now, a lot of you Geminis, and it's ironic, you Geminis are air signs, but you Geminis are lightening the load. If you can picture yourselves being like a bird that can fly, right? Why is it that turkeys can't fly? Turkeys can't fly because they're too fat. It's not that anatomically they can't fly. They can fly. It's just that they weigh too much. They weigh too much pounds. They they don't really have a strict diet and stuff like this. Not saying that they're filthy animals. No. Turkeys are very majestic, as a matter of fact. Before the United States eagle, it was actually a turkey. And I could show and prove that, by the way. But the point of the matter is that they're just big, they're just fat. And that's the same situation for you Geminis. Not calling y'all fat. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say here is that you're trying to lighten the load. You are not going to mess with certain people, talk to certain people, be with certain people, hang out with certain people, because you want your life to be more simplistic. You want to be able to lay down in your bed, relax, right? Rest, breathe, chill without having to deal with the drama, the mischief, the antics that people have, that people are coming with. Whether it's friends, whether it's romantic partners, whether it's people, from the job, whether it's family. You don't want to deal with that. So there's this period that a lot of you Geminis are now going through right now, where it's this detoxing period where it's like, look, you done. You done. You gotta cut these people loose. You gotta stop hanging out with these people. And especially because with family is really more so of a special case where you may not necessarily cut them off, but you'll definitely long spoon them, meaning you'll keep them at a certain distance, but you won't necessarily cut them off. As far as relationship partners, like romantic partners, yeah, you'll cut them off. You know what I'm saying? Friends, yeah, you'll cut them off. Because again, it's not as thick as your family members. So you're doing it for your own personal health. You're doing it because it's the healthy thing to do. The Knight of Pentacles and the Empress, and you're right, it is healthy. It is healthy because you Geminis right now, again, y'all are going through a huge metamorphosis in character, where you Geminis are not the stereotypical stuff that people would talk about Gemini, where y'all are stupid and ditzy, just stupid. You have no internal compass. Like that's the nonsensical stuff that people would, you know what I'm saying? Like the newspaper and these astrology books would say. But again, people don't take into consideration that all of the zodiac signs evolve. They actually are changing, whether it is that y'all knew it or not. But I'm here to inform you, Geminis, the zodiac signs, as far as the actual zodiacal energy of what it means to be a Gemini, it actually changes. All of the zodiac signs go through that. And this is why Virgo is so important. It's because Virgo is evolution, right? Virgo is the point of evolution. So is Aquarius. evolution, right? So literally, I've seen the change of you Geminis from 2006 to now. A lot of you Geminis are a lot less all over the place. A lot of you Geminis are more serious. You're more intentional with the things that you're doing. A lot of you Geminis are a lot more interested in being focused on actually finding someone that you can get along with, being in love, as to where back in 2006, remember, I'm still going through the situation with the Gemini that I told you that I was in love with. Go refer back to the video Gemini, and I'll tell you all about it in that video. It's more so about being playful and enjoying yourselves and satisfying the physical urges and things of this nature. As to now, you Geminis, I'm talking about in general, have made a huge quantum jump. Now, a lot of you Geminis is also stuff where it's like, no, you don't want that. Not saying that you can't do that, but most times now, y'all get to a certain age and y'all are getting younger and younger, and y'all get to a certain age and y'all are like, nah, I want to start a family. Nah, I want to be with somebody. Nah, this, that, and the third. And now I'm seeing no nonsense. I'm seeing that with all of the zodiac signs. I'm seeing that with Cancer, Crabs. I'm seeing that with Taurus. I'm seeing that with Aries. I'm seeing that with all of the zodiac signs. Where now it's like, yo, let's stop actually playing games and let's stop it with the nonsense of our nonsense, and let's actually go for the gusto and go get what it is that we want, instead of wasting time and acting like we're winning something for it. And it's an amazing sight to see, because now it's like you Geminis are so smart, and let's see what happens, what you Geminis are capable of now that y'all apply this intelligence that y'all have towards an actual purpose and something that pays you back substance, instead of just doing it just for the last, or doing it for short-term things. Let's see what you can do now when you do it for long-term gain. And it's wild to see, because now it's like the High Priestess and the Hierophant, right, which are both ecclesiastical, right? Look up the definition of ecclesiastical. But these two cards are both ecclesiastical, meaning that they are both part of an order. This right here is about how a lot of you, they should really be over here though, but whatever. And then the colors should be flipped though. But either way it goes, the point is that for you Geminis, this really speaks volumes to you wanting, like I said, you want something real, but it goes deeper than that. It's about you getting your life in order so that you can create a space for you to have that relationship, that person, that other person in your life. Cards are a little bit slippery. So that the two of you can be in a functional relationship and clearing out, like I said, like I call it detoxing, right? Not saying that you're on anything, but I call it detoxing because it's like just detoxing yourselves, or getting rid of any of the stuff that pollute your life, that would, if you would have kept it, it would have made your life much more difficult. But it's like, no, you Geminis are actually detoxing. You're like, no, anything that doesn't work, it gotta go. It gotta get out of your life. And that's really a beautiful sight to see. So let's clarify some of these cards. So a lot of you Geminis are essentially making space. So let's clarify the High Priestess. Let's clarify the High Priestess. You want a down-to-earth relationship, something stable too. Two of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Ten of Swords, Six of Pentacles. You don't want to have to constantly second guess. You don't want to have your brain have to make a decision between whether you should stay with the person or let them go. Because look, whenever it is that things are confusing it takes up a little bit of your mental space, because now it's like you have to figure this thing out while at the same time you have to go on about your day to day. And this is why I'm an advocate for getting directly to the source of the problem and actually handling your business, because that clears up a lot of the mental space that you need in order for you to perform well. This is what happens when you see athletes. They don't perform to the highest degree that they can when they're in practice, because their mental space, their mind, isn't functioning correctly, because they're so preoccupied with all the stupid stuff that they've got going on, regardless of whatever it is. And it's the same thing for you Geminis. If you have to worry about the nonsense of what other people got going on and worrying if you should leave them or not, you Geminis are not going to be able to actually create those businesses or create that type of lifestyle, regardless of whatever it is, business, no business, because you could work a 9-to-5 job and still be financially successful and free too. It just depends. But you won't have that flexibility to actually do that. And this is where a lot of the trauma comes into place. Most people are actually living from that perspective, in that space where their mind is cluttered with all types of nonsense. And the Ten of Swords and the Six of Pentacles represents, and you Geminis are on the right path. You're doing the correct thing. You're doing something that works for you, because now you don't have to worry about the betrayal. You don't have to, and this is how it is, and I'm able to bounce back because I'm not worried about so much about the mental stuff and ruminating and thinking about it over and over and over again. And see, now that you Geminis now have that type of situation, you just need to worry about being in a relationship with somebody else, getting more in touch with yourself, but also the things that you're going to do in your relationship when you find someone, right? And don't worry about whether or not if it's real or if it's not real. If a person isn't real, the two of you will eventually break up anyway. So it all works out anyway. So what are you overly thinking about? See, that's the beauty of letting go. But that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 10,000 subscribers by the end of June. We're actually coming up on 7,000 subscribers. Geminis, thank y'all so much. Y'all are some of my biggest supporters. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell. Set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.